3, 2, 1, 0. Hola, hello, gangsters. Hope everyone's doing well today. I'm going to do my second series, which I was hoping to go do over a period of time. So today we're going to talk about some of gambling's false beliefs. We're not going to say myths, busting myths, myths and truths. Today we're just going to go straight up false beliefs, okay? And after that, sorry, I got my notes on this screen, not that one today, so well, and then we're going to talk about online gambling. What else have I? We'll talk about video lottery terminals later on in time. We'll even bring in a little bit of other good stuff, okay? So let's first go to false beliefs, and we're going to do a Q&A based off the Little Quebec site, questions and things people ask. Okay, the first item, and this is short, it won't be taking long. I hope you guys are having a good beginning to the week. I got kind of fortunate today. I did a minimum deposit on wins, and I ended up on my favorite game, which I like to play, low denom. It kind of like squirted early, and we pulled out $100, got into my account within minutes, so no complaints there. When you win $60, when you're doing a renovation and you decide to take a quick bite something break to eat, and you log on and get that, no complaints. So let's start, okay? So we're going to go false belief versus facts, and it's going to be a short point by point thing, okay? Let's go first of all, when it comes to gambling, so many things go really well, like a nice meal with a nice salad. There's always nice dressings all over the place. And the first thing about gambling to talk about is superstitions, okay? And believe me, I have seen arguments at the casinos when people believe that something like has happened, okay? Some are convinced that wearing their lucky t-shirt, bringing in a lucky keychain, their proper hat will lead to success, when the truth is it's still a game of chance, guys. Pure, straightforward chance. We're talking about, of course, regulated casinos. I have a ritual that I perform each time I play, and it brings me luck all the time. No, that's not true. That's called confirmation bias, and that's called ridiculous, okay? I have a ritual that I perform each time I play. It brings me luck. We all believe that. In my case, to give you an example, I always tell my young, beautiful niece to come over, and I thinking it's going to bring me luck. Yeah, the thing I remember, obviously, is the big hand pay I got, but how many more times did I get rinsed doing that? Yet you still remember the moment you got a hand pay. What did you do that day to work it out? What ritual, so you could follow it? That's human nature. That is not real, okay? The fact is that performing a ritual like carrying a lucky charm will not improve your chances of winning. Do you do this? Continue if you like. Okay, if you like your ritual, continue it. Nothing wrong with that, but please don't take it to heart that it is real. There's humor in it. In the end, it's all about having fun. And if that's part of having fun, have fun. Examples of rituals, okay? You see this so often, blowing on the dice before throwing them, playing a machine only in the evening of a given day, or in the morning of a given day. Thanks, Professor Slots. What a bozo. Always playing the same machine. You go in and you always go thinking that today it's got to pay. uh, wearing a lucky pin or a lucky charm in your pocket or hanging on your ear, repeating the same gestures before playing the machine. In other words, I'll go right up to the machine, I'll rub it, I'll tap it, okay? That's gesturing. Nice table, knocking on wood before you play, etc., etc. The list goes on, and I'm sure so many of you gamblers have seen it. I saw a guy one time go up to the machine, say, "Today I love you," pat it on the side and say, "You're gonna make me win. I know you are." No, that's not true. Still a game of chance. This one is so freaking true. And you see so much of it as well. If I correctly analyze the game, I can for certain predict the outcome. The fact is, leave your strategies at home. No one can predict the outcome of any game of chance. The law of odds applies to most games of chance. Notice I'm not saying all games of chance, because it could be rigged games, etc. But when you're playing the real casinos, it's as simple as it is, which means that each draw, each play, each result is independent of the previous result, which every influencer that is really good has mentioned. I will add to that, and the subsequent results. So the result you get now is not going to be influenced by the previous results, and the result you get now is not going to influence the future results. But chances are the same on every single spin. Another one, I mean, you see people on the lotto thing playing the lottery. Again, this comes to gambling. Picking the same combination for each draw improves my chance of winning the jackpot. Fact. Remember that there is no way to influence the outcome of lottery draws, okay, as well. The outcome is determined by chance. Each and every number has the same chance to be selected each draw, whether it's a number composed of identical digits or different ones, okay? So, forget it. This is more important for when we say chasing losses and where problem gambling begins. I can't stop gambling now. You're at a session. You blew your budget. And it's time to go home, and you decide, well, I'm going to go to the cashier and cash out another $1,000 or another $300, depending on your budget, of course, and your life budget. Okay, I can't stop gambling now. My luck is about to change, and I'll win back everything I've lost. The fact, slot machines, video lottery terminals have a random number generator. This computer generates thousands of combinations per second. Whether or not someone is playing on the machine, the chip guarantees the outcome is a result of chance. Let's do this. Imagine a bag containing 1 million balls. 999 of the marbles are white. One is blue. In order to win the jackpot, you have to pick the blue marble. Every time a marble is selected, it is returned back in the bag. So you have, once again, for the next draw, 1 million marbles to pick from. It does not remove it from the bag. It throws it back in. That's why the random number generator continues to do the same. Every combination is available on every single spin. A winning combination is not removed from the random number generator after you hit it. It's still in the pool. If you were going to play it differently, every time someone draws our marble out, it gets thrown in the garbage. If it hasn't come out for 990,000 turns, then there will be 10 marbles. Your chances are guaranteed you're going to make the score. It's much like those very high must hit by progressives. Okay, so the numbers that are picked again changes nothing, and the same principle applies to slot machines and video lottery terminals, period. No ifs, no whats, no whens. You cannot predict when a machine will pay out. Okay, just to make a story of that, in the old days, there was somebody who actually mastered what many say was a flaw in the system. He had analyzed the certain machines and how they can go into sequence where they would start pulling winning combinations during a certain period of combination after combination, and he would then contact players there and they'd start, okay, play it now, play it now. This no longer exists. It's gone, period. Okay, this is something that a lot of us really, the casino psychopaths have it down to a science. Okay, I almost won. I can feel it coming. I will win the jackpot for sure on my next few spins. It's coming close. This machine is ready to juice. The fact is that hoping to win and getting excited and having the anticipation is part of the entertainment and fun value of gambling. No ifs, no whats. I enjoy that. Everyone enjoys that. Okay? But you should still expect to lose, even if you've come close on 7 out of 14 spins and you think it's going to juice now. Doesn't happen. You don't have the better chance to win at the first game, the 10th game, the 20th game, the 24th game, the 27th game. The probability of winning the jackpot remains the same at each draw and each and every spin. I'm going to keep repeating and repeating. And don't try to read patterns. It's over. You can't do that anymore. 30 years ago, 40 years ago, possible, but you can't read patterns. Okay? In the order of the symbols, obtaining a certain order of symbols several times, for example, cherries or bells, in which only one is missing to win the jackpot, does not mean you'll win soon. At machines you win or lose, you never almost win, okay? At machines, there are two outcomes: a win or a loss, or my money back, my bet back. A win, loss, bet back. You never almost win. Remember that. Magic words, write it down and remember this. You never almost win at a slot machine or a VLT. It's either you win, you lose, or you get your bet back. Okay? Okay, in my jurisdiction, slot machines and VLTs are programmed to retain 8% of the money bet. That's the RTP. So we got a 92 RTP. It doesn't compare to a lot of places in Vegas, but it's really makes me feel very comfortable to play. And what I'm going to say is, at these games, individual players, on average, in the long term, will lose 8% of every dollar they bet, which is, if you keep playing, you'll end up, and again, if you lose and you continue to play, you'll end up losing your $100 in one sitting. Thus, in the short term, things don't work that way. The house advantage is only observed in the long term and not at each bet. So the 92% RTP on my bet right now is not observed. It's only on the long term of the game. Here's a good myth, and I see this, people thinking, okay, maybe if they sit on a bank of machines. In my province, it's not allowed to hog 2 machines. So you see people taking 3 machines, you know, and hogging 3 machines. Okay, And this is why they do it. If I play more than one machine at a time, I'll increase my chances of winning. And this is not a myth. The fact is, yes, the probabilities of winning increase when you play more than one slot machine at a time. That's guaranteed, what just read. However, you also spend and lose more money as well. Remember, the more you play, the higher the risk of losing money. So I wouldn't play two machines. First of all, it's rude. Second of all, you'll end up losing. I'm going to go to something to explain how odds work, okay? A bit. See, at poker, the odds of being dealt a pair of aces are about 1 in 221 hands. At poker, the odds of being dealt a pair of aces are 1 in 221 hands. As I've played 210 games, I can expect that pair will soon come up. The fact, and very simple, the odds of each hand being dealt a pair that are still going to be on that draw, that after your 200 and whatever you 210 attempts, the odds are still 1 in 221 that you will be dealt a pair of aces. That does not mean that you won't be dealt the pair on the 221st hand, but it also does not mean you won't. The chances are the same from the first hand to the 221st hand. You may get it, you may not, you may get it 5 times, you may get it 7. It's pure coincidence. Probabilities are established from observing thousands upon millions of games. All cards are shuffled, randomly dealt. In fact, a player could get a pair on the first hand or never get it at all. So now something quite important here, okay? I love an evening coffee. Is it possible to gain skills and knowledge at certain games and beat the odds? The fact, do you like to bluff when you play poker? You'll have fun. Some table games like poker, blackjack, have elements of skill. Players can acquire knowledge of the game, develop strategies, and learn how to bluff. Learn blackjack strategies to get better results in playing like idiots. Okay? However, you can have control of your strategies. You have no control of the odds, which sooner or later will spoil your best laid plans. Sports betting, horse racing require knowledge on part of the bettor. To place a bet, players use information on the performance of a given horse or a team. This is why I love betting on horses. But on the field, on the racetrack, anything can happen to affect the odds of a winning bet. Don't expect to get rich off your knowledge of your favorite sport or a night at the racetrack. See, those are where skills come into effect. Almost dropped my phone like an idiot. Sorry. See my face reaction, guys? So, another thing is video poker. You pick the right game, you got the right chances. So how do you apply skills? Skill you apply, for example, finding a roulette wheel that has a lean, which is almost impossible nowadays to do. Or having methods that increase your odds just a little bit. But in the end, every well thought out system and effort will always have its day to badly bite you in the butt. Okay, so yes, there are skills applied to gambling. So we'll go there. Let's see what else. Tips. Okay. Just a little bit about online gambling, and this is why I want to explain something. Okay, player awareness. If you're going to pick a casino, make sure that first of all it's properly regulated. Make sure that there are awareness measures that can be implemented. Best if they are irreversible, even more. Set yourself deposit limits. Okay, players are required to set their weekly deposit limit when they open an account. That's a good online site if you find. Spending limits. You can set spending limits, timeouts. That is essential online gambling. Make sure you monitor your gambling history and habits. There's self-exclusion on, I'm sure, well, I don't know about BetMGM, FanDuel, and the New Jersey, etc. But if they follow Lotto Quebec's self-exclusion, okay, for example, on my account, I can block access to my site for a period from 3 months to 5 years. This self-exclusion, of course, is confidential and irrevocable. Okay. Other things about online casinos to be very careful of is make sure they have an age verification right away when you join. Age verification means that they are looking out after the interest of players. There's a lot of kids playing. I've had a couple of friends in Montreal, and I spoke to a lady in Ottawa that their children had played on stake.com. They just got in like that. Okay, watching influencers. Red flag stuff. Online casinos are marketing children nowadays. They want to groom a future generation of gamblers. Okay? Regular reminders. Yeah, it's completely annoying, but if the site pops out every once an hour, says you have been playing for 1 hour, do you want to continue? Your current thing is you've bet so much, you're up that much, you're down that much, do you want to continue? That gives you a timeout. You can go go pour a glass of 7-Up, get your coffee, continue playing. And that's basically with online casinos. Look for good regulations. The best regulations are, number one, I would say, are provincial jurisdiction regulated online casinos, state online casinos that are regulated. Then you want to look anything that is allowed in the US that is a real casino. FanDuel, BetMGM, Party Casino, and there's a list. You look at the terms and conditions. Lotto Quebec is an awesome site for me, man. You know, they can't, you're not allowed to reverse. Look that you cannot reverse a withdrawal if it takes more than 3 days. Are there legit casinos outside of these jurisdictions? The answer is 100% yes. There are legitimate casinos. There are potential hazards that come along with it. What I highly recommend is if you sign up at an online Curacao casino or a casino from Malta, they're okay, the jurisdictions. I'm not going to say they're great because they have lax laws and anybody can get this in banana republics. But what you look for is before you make your first deposit, read the terms and conditions, especially in withdrawals and deposits. If it's crypto, run. If it includes payments from Gigadat, Interact payments, bank transfers, stay if it's a legit casino. I suggest you go to Trustpilot to read reviews, see if on the negative reviews the casino answers and how they respond, you know, because I'll see, for example, at wins.io, the bad reviews are, oh, scam site, this and that. Let me tell you something before I go about these reviews. I've played there. I recently had to go through the Know Your Customer method, which is called the KYC. I had to send a picture of me moving. I had to send a picture of my driver's license front and back, a utility bill. Then they asked me for a bank statement. It's called anti-laundering policy. They know I'm real. They know my deposits are real. It's my money. When I win, they know it's my money. They send it to me. Nothing wrong with asking them to fill the KYC before you start the gamble. The reason I'm saying this is because when it comes time to withdraw, you're not going to have anxiety. Okay? Look for my live 3-hour stream on Saturday. I'm going to have Johnny Got the Bone here, and I'm going to have the Gimp, Herbert Mumfries. That's his nickname. It's not his real name. His name's Steve. And we're going to discuss some online casinos while we're doing some online play. All right? Okay, I'm going to do 4 or 5 questions and answers. Okay, here we go. A gentleman from Quebec. They're all Quebec questions, okay? But hey, we're good gamblers here, believe me. When I went to the Montreal Casino to do my first scouting of 30 or 40 or maybe even more pinball top dollar machines from the dollar denom, 25 cents pinball to dollar denom to $5 denom, $10 denom. It was hard to find a seat. While on the Aristocrats, you could get a seat anytime you wanted. So Montrealers, they know their stuff. Okay, so here's a question. Does the amount of bet have an incidence on winning a prize? Whether the bet is 40 cents or $2.50, is the machine programmed to pay a specific prize time? Okay, it's kind of a funny question. Here's the answer. There is no connection between the amount of bet and the odds of winning, but there is one between the amount bet and the amount of the prize. Higher bets give access to higher prizes. Some games require a minimum bet to grant access to a bonus. This is why reading the game rules is important. A progressive jackpot or a special prize. When this is the case, it's explained in the rules. So I've seen a lot of people sitting on machines playing, and they have no idea that they have to bet an extra quarter to get the jackpot. And it's also important to note that prizes are not programmed to be won at specific times. Hello, Mr. Professor Slot. I'm going to go there at 4 a.m. That guy really ticked me off. I mean, if you look at his videos. The outcome of each game is random. The video... Okay, we're not going to look at the video. Okay. So, it's a lot of questions we've answered. Here's a guy named Michael from Montreal. Hi, I'd like to know if the amount to be won in slot machine bonus rounds is already set when the round is activated. Please pay attention to the second word of what I'm about to read. For certain slot machine games, certain slot machine games, the amount of the bonus round is set as soon as the round is activated. It's called a single step bonus. For other games, those of which a bonus rounds are available after a few steps, The bonus round outcome is determined on a play-by-play basis. However, one simple fixed rule prevails. Each bonus round outcome is always determined by, I'm going to give you a few seconds to guess, winner gets a kiss blown their way. The question again, yeah. Each bonus round outcome is always determined by the, you got it, there you go, random number generator, which operates continuously to ensure the outcome of all games and rounds are determined by chance. And then they wish Michael a great day. And here's the last one, and again, I'm going to bust a myth that some guys on the site say, oh, machines are networked, this BS, this BS. Can a casino administrator, technician, employee, upper management, lower management, control one or more slot machines remotely to the client's and player's advantage or disadvantage? And here's our answer. The slot machines in casinos cannot be controlled remotely by anyone whomsoever. The slot machines in casinos cannot be controlled remotely by anyone whomsoever, as they are not linked to centralized systems. They are not linked to centralized systems. We are talking about Class 3 machines. Class 3 machines that each individual one has a random number generator. Remember that. Again, no machines are remote control, not even to turn them on or off. No machines are remote controlled, not even to turn them on or off. Each machine has its own programming and random number generator, ensuring that the outcome of each game played is determined by chance. For each game, the outcome is determined as soon as the play button is pressed. The outcome is then displayed on screen 3 to 4 seconds later, followed by an animation, and the whole process starts again on the next button press. So rest assured, casinos under no circumstances will manipulate a machine remotely because they can't. And here we go again, another myth I'm going to bust. And again, this professor, who to me is a jackass clown, said it. Is it true that slot machines at the end of a row in some casinos, middle of the row, highly visible areas, have higher payout rates as to entice clients? And that was a question by Stephanie. Hi. That, guys, is a false belief and false bullshit. Slot machines are programmed to award prizes at random. It is therefore impossible to determine, control, or predict when prizes will be awarded, regardless of where machines are located in a given row or from one casino to another. The slot machine payout rate averages, okay, in our case, it's Quebec, so the slot machine payout rate averages 92 for all 4 Quebec casinos. The same you can do, you can get an aggregate average of the Vegas casinos, okay? Now, if you're staying within a 5% range, each casino, you really won't see a difference. Okay, I wouldn't want to play an 80 or 75% RTP. That's when it starts really, you'll see a difference over a night sit-in, okay? So, again, regardless of where machines are located, given row to row, edge, front, highest visible area, absolutely not. Okay? Each machine is certified by an external firm. Whether it's the Gaming Commission, whether it's a third-party testing site. For example, Ainsworth creates a machine, it goes to an independent lab, it gets tested, and test it and test it and test it again. They run the random number generator for millions of spins, check the aggregate results, and then it goes, package goes to the casino. Since their outcome is determined by chance, the use of this stupid, obnoxious strategy is futile when playing these games. Okay, so okay, here's something the last one. A guy named Joshua asked, if machines have no memory, and here we go. The random number generator has absolutely no memory of what it's done, and it has no communication. They cut the internet wire between the RNG, that never existed anyways, and the accounting system, Knight. So what happens is, okay, so if machines have no memory, how could that pay out several players in a row or operate without money? And here we go. This guy's asking, why have I seen people get paid several times in a row while other people say, oh, this machine doesn't seem to be paying all night? It's called randomness, guys, okay? And he's quite right. A machine or a VLT could pay out several times in a row to either one or several players. It doesn't happen often. It's absolutely normal, but it isn't unheard of and has been seen. The reason for this is simple. Payouts are determined at random, and as such it can happen as payouts occur consecutively. Okay? Yeah, another guy in this one had messaged me, goes, why is it every time on Saturday night people are winning so often? And that's a simple answer. You know, it's an American casino they went to, and they said, boy, I'm seeing a lot of ringing on Saturday nights. Machines are hopping. Well, that's not really true. If I go on a Monday morning and there's 100 players in the casino, we're going to get a jackpot every once in a while. But if you go to the casino on a Saturday night, which is probably the busiest night of all, or Friday night, you're going to get 5,000 people in there. You're going to get a ton of more people hitting, of course. So do it this way. 100 people at a casino, every hour one guy hits. 5,000 people at a casino, that's 50 times more. Is it? Yeah, 50 times more. So 50 people an hour will be hitting the machine. So again, it's called perception. So with this, ouch, 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 ouch. Oh, I'm getting old. Actually, I am old, guys. So basically, that's all I'm going to talk about today. I just wanted to make this video because I'm trying to set up my site. Now, if I don't screw up OBS Studio this week, look for my live broadcast on Saturday night starting around 7. I got Johnny Got the Bone coming over. He retired from Ontario gambling. And I have the Gimp, Herbert Mumfries, Stevie Boy, coming. It's going to be supper night, and it's going to be Get the Gimp drunk night. And we'll raise a glass. Even though I don't drink, I'm going to have my 7-Up. But the boys are welcome to drink to their heart's content. We're going to be doing some horse racing. We're going to take a shot at Wins.io. We're going to do some Street Bonanza, which is a nice game to play, but we're not going to do high denom. And we're going to go to the Quebec site. We're going to play Extreme Lightning Roulette. I'm going to show you a method that I use that, if played right, ends up giving you a good result, steady. Doesn't mean every day you're going to win that you play, but it's a way to enjoy the game. So we're going to be showing that. We're going to do it together, and hopefully you'll join us Saturday, 7 p.m. Be there or be square. Guys, God bless. It's coffee. Don't worry. I don't drink. We'll talk a bit later. Cheers, everybody.